Good morning, everyone. My name is TB. A lot of things happened in the Tarkov world lately, and we need to talk about the patch notes for the patch 0.12.1, which is already live. We need to talk about the gifts in this video, which can be activated, have been activated by the devs already, and if you buy the game before the end of the year, you can get those access to those gifts as well. And also a podcast took place yesterday. About the podcast we're going to talk in the next video. Now let's focus on the patch notes and the gifts. So I'm going to start with the gifts before I read the patch notes, and we will discuss it. The players with standard left behind, prepare for escape, will be having an SVD with PSO and 5 mags, a money case, a med case, a shrimp with 4 mags, and some SP10 ammo. And the Edge of Darkness players like myself, for example, FN90, so P90 with the silencer, reflex sight, 4 mags and some ammo. Then you got the 5.7 with 4 mags and some ammo, item case, money case, and meds case. Distribution of the gifts will start on December 24th, 2019 and will last until January the 5th, 2020. We already got the gift, so what you have to do is you have to go to first log in, and then you have to go to through all this process. I'm not going to go through it because you guys know what I'm talking about. You have to go to log in, and you have to go to your profile, and in your profile receive your gift. All that other surprises for Battlefield games are waiting for you. Stay in touch, so we'll have to check, or we'll have to wait and see what the guys are preparing for us. What they did say during the podcast, I'm not going to talk about the podcast in this video. They also talked about rewarding the Twitch viewers with loyalty points. It's similar to loyalty points, but it's called Twitch drops. So the more you watch your favorite streamer, the more chances you have to get some in-game items from the devs. I don't know exactly how this is going to work because this is very new to me as well, but have a look at it. The guys will post more info during these days, and some good things are waiting for us. Let me just quickly Google that info for you guys. Okay, so here is the info regarding Twitch drops. Watch Escape from Tarkov on Twitch and get the New Year gifts December the 30th till January the 5th. And I see a golden TT there. I see some T7 thermals, some key tool, keys, labs, key card, GP coins, and some bitcoins. So by watching your favorite streamer, I don't know how exactly this will work. I see some weapons in the background. By watching your favorite streamers, you will be rewarded. The more you watch, you will be rewarded. The more you will be rewarded with gifts from the devs. Yeah, this is a new feature called Twitch drops on Twitch. For now, said Nikita, on Mixer maybe a bit later, or some other platforms a bit later. For now, only on Twitch. Yeah, so definitely come and visit me and or visit your favorite streamer on that platform on Twitch for now. And the more you watch, the more gifts you will get. My link for my Twitch is in the description below. If not, just go to G.Skill on Twitch and you will find me easily. That's about Twitch drops. Let's switch now to the patch notes. So regarding the patch notes, guys, the patch 0.12.1.5413 went live yesterday. The installation took a bit more than what the devs had in plan. 2 hours, they said. It took around 3 hours, but the patch went live. We managed to test it before the begin of the podcast, of which I'm going to talk in a separate video. I'm going to do a summary of it. The patch 0.12.1.1 is live, as I say. In addition to bug fixes, contains various changes aimed at providing better gameplay for R through the complication or complete inability to use the game issues to gain an advantage. So basically, what this patch is a patch against abuses of skills and also abuses, hatchling abuses, yeah, or trying to remove as many hatchlings as possible. I'm going to read some of the patch notes and we're going to talk about it. in this short video. While leveling skills, the character will now have the exhaustion of skill per raid. This means that skill will be leveled more slowly during the raid after every repeat. So this means that if you for example stay in the fire on shoreline to level up the stress resistance, after you level up a bit of it, you will get this exhaustion status, and the leveling of the skill will be slower. And if you continue doing it, it will be even slower. And this is what Nikita mentioned during the podcast. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to set that thing on cooldown for like 3, 4, 5 minutes or so, and then you can level up some more by standing in the fire if you want to exploit it. That's what it basically means. The character will recover and will be able to level skills with normal speed again. So if you do that break, that 3, 4, 5 minutes, then you will be able to do it again. This change is directly against skills abuse, targeted and consecutive leveling of the same skill. Now the problem with this, guys, is the guys who are already past or who already did this stuff and are very close to the Kappa container or already obtained it, those guys are not affected. So I saw some discussion on Reddit, guys talking about how unfair this is because they have not done it, and now that it's like impossible, almost impossible for them to level up that skill, so it's a bit unfair there. I don't know if Nikita plans to do something, but I don't think he's gonna wipe all our progression because of the guys who didn't manage to do it already, so it's a bit unfair, but that's how it is. Skills now have a maximum level that cannot be overcome even with stimulants. Secured containers can no longer be discarded during a raid. And then let me read the next one because it's tied to the last one I read about the secure containers. Can no longer be put inside other containers. It can only be put in the slot of the secure container of the character. If you had your secure container inside another container, it will return via the system messages. Okay, so basically here, I don't know how trading a secure container is possible anymore, because right now I'm very close to the Kappa container and I want to give away my Gamma container to a viewer, let's just say on Twitch, right? How am I going to be able to do it? I'll have to test and see if I can put the Gamma container inside the backpack, but according to what I read here, it can only be put in the slot of the secure container of the character. So yeah, it's a bit weird. I don't think it's going to be working with the flea market anymore, so we'll have to see if we can do those trades anymore or not. Okay, let's switch to the next one. So switching to the next patch note, special optical devices, helmets and helmet mounts can no longer be placed in secure containers. If you had your devices inside, that it will come through or via the system messages. I've tested this feature in game and you cannot put helmets, cowboy hats, boonie hats and all those type of headgear or headgear. You cannot put them inside your Gamma container anymore. You can put headsets, but you cannot put helmets, entire helmets, or mounts for the helmets like NVGs. Also, you cannot put the RIP-IR inside, you cannot put the FLIR. So yeah, maybe it's still bugged or so, but the intention is that you cannot put those special devices like RIP-IR or FLIR, for example, or the T7, and then headset mounts. Added a limit on the amount of money that you can carry in the inventory of the character. Now, currently it says is 150,000 rubles, $1,000 and 1,000 euros. The devs increased that amount to, if I'm not wrong, 200,000 rubles, $2,000 and 2,000 euros. This is to prevent a sort of abuse as well. It's not known to me, so I don't know. And from now on, we begin to see the methods that devs are trying to implement to reduce the amount of hatchlings. So let's have a read. If your character died without an equipment firearm, any kind of, then after the raid he will recover only 1% of the health and not 30%. So punishment for the guy who doesn't want to bring a weapon inside the raid, and maybe he's doing nothing else but abusing those good rooms with a lot of loot. If you left the raid prematurely through disconnect, then in the main menu you will recover only 1% and not 30. And if you entered the raid in a group and you were killed by a member of your group, then in the main menu you will recover only 1% and not 30. This was a bit strange, and I didn't understand it until the guys on stream explained it to me. There were some guys who were trying to get into some servers which were not reachable for them, and it happened to a lot of them. Apparently it didn't happen to me. I didn't see it. It was unknown to me, all this stuff. So what they did is they had a friend who was able to join those servers. As soon as he joined that server, then he killed his friend and he kept playing, you know. So it was a bit unfair, and maybe this is only part of the abuse. So that's why they did it. If you kill yourself in a raid, then in the main menu you will recover only 1% and not 30. So these are the methods to somehow prevent the use of only a hatchling character. Yeah, so you have to bring a weapon, you don't have to suicide yourself, or if you suicide yourself or if you disconnect, then you're going to be punished, and you're only going to get 1% health, which means if you get shot at once or if you take some damage or so, you're gonna die. And we have some optimizations, various game optimizations, locations, and rendering. The guys sadly do not say more about this. What exactly did they do? I wish there would be like a small list there with whatever they did. And then some new additions: added options in the trader menu for the flea market search, hideout menu option for the flea market search as well, and new music track to the main menu. Let's see the fixes as well. Fixed one of the bugs causing endless treatment animation that cannot longer be cancelled. I had this happen to me on Shoreline 2 times in 2 different raids where I did some kills. I had to pick up the loot and I was unable to patch myself, unable to drink, unable to eat. I had to run for the extraction. Fixed a bug which caused FPS to drop if optics and canted sights were equipped. A bug with no sound of failing ammo casing. A bug with refilling empty fuel tanks by joining a raid. Apparently you will not, if you take your empty canister with you and jump into the raid, this canister will not get to 100 out of 100 anymore, or 60 out of 60 if you have the small one. Apparently, I have not tested this one, but I hope it works. So I hope in the future, in the next future, the devs will provide us legit way to refuel our canisters, like approaching a gas station, for example, or approaching some cars or some fuel tanks, right? Fix the bug with the inability of the scav to extract the raid after reconnect. It didn't happen to me. With displaying stationary weapons if you reconnect while loading it. When saving a weapon preset PM, the name of the preset is assigned to all disassembled weapons. A bug where the flea market filter were not reset after searching for weapon parts. Required weapon parts for weapon presets were not displayed, and where the image in optics disappeared after reconnect. It happened to me. This happened to me. I had to disconnect, and then when I came back, because whatever reason, when I came back, what I was seeing, if I was like ADSing, everything was black, so I had to ADS one more time. Apparently it's fixed. A bug where some settings were not saved. A weapon preset bug where it was impossible to buy parts of a weapon build if one item from build was not available. Flea market bug where the search for related items was not reset. Now the transition to windowed mode and back via Alt plus Enter works correctly. Okay, this is important. A bug in weapon presets that prevented you from removing the checkmark from missing parts. I had that one as well. And fixed a bug where a third-person character would be stuck in the same position if not throwing a grenade after pulling the pin. A bug in the weapon presets interface where the inscription "you have all the necessary parts for this preset" appeared in an empty window. And fix some issues that would cause the grass to turn blue in optics. Everyone had this one, especially when you zoomed in or zoomed out. The weapon used to turn, the grass used to turn blue, and you have to ADS one more time. Yeah, various minor fixes, visual fixes, in-game bugs, and increased stability of game servers. Yeah, this is something also diffuse. We don't know exactly what they did there. Some changes for the last part. Now grenades, hand grenades, and AGS rounds, which are those grenade launcher rounds, do not cause damage through walls or through the ground. Now this is only partially fixed, because yesterday I got feedback from someone who killed someone with a grenade, and that guy was he threw the grenade, and that guy was on the other side of the wall. So I think this is something that needs to be fixed in every single map, or it happened on reserve, yeah, every single map or every single location. So it's partially fixed. Now you can fold the stock of the weapon by clicking the middle mouse button on it. Very, let's just say, helpful. You don't have to press right click anymore. Now you can press the middle mouse button when you come with a lot of weapons, with the scav for example, and fold it and then drop it in the stash. Now the dot of the laser sight has become brighter. Apparently there were some problems there with the laser sight being barely visible. Now when you're buying items on the merchant screen, the list of items is not scrolled to the top after the deal. Very important. I said this on stream several times. Because I used to play with the sniper, I had to buy the Kochetov, I had to buy that support for the PU scope, you know, for the Mosin, and every time I bought the PU scope, it went, so I had to scroll down and then buy it, and then it went up again, and then scroll down one more time, and it's better that they fixed it. Now, if you don't have the weapons you need for preset, you'll be shown a pop-up with the missing preset parts. Interesting. As you see, a lot of things or changes or quality of life improvements regarding the weapon presets. And the maximum value of the sharpness effect in the graphic setting has been increased to 3.0. I think it was maximum of 2.0. So one more point. So these are the patch notes. As I said, I'm going to be talking about or doing a summary of the podcast, hopefully today if I have the time. Remember, it's the 25th today, so it's Christmas Day. I don't know how exactly this will work, but I will try. If not, then I'm going to do it as soon as I can. So yeah, go to your profile, log in onto the escapefromtarkov.com, log in there, and go to your profile and receive your gift. If you, depending on what type of Escape from Tarkov you have, or game version you have more things or less things. Do not forget the Twitch drops idea or plan the devs have, where you get some loyalty rewards for watching your favorite streamer. And the patch notes. So the patch is out. You can definitely play it. It's playable. I played it yesterday. That was it on my side. I would say thank you very much for watching. This was the review of the patch notes. As said, summary of the podcast as soon as I can. Thank you very much for your attention. Patrons, thank you very much for the support so far. I forgot one thing. Today, during my stream on the 25th, we're going to start it on the afternoon time, CET time, yeah, so European time, afternoon. That means in the morning for you in the US. What we plan to do is a huge giveaway with a lot of weapons and in-game items, and thick item case, normal item cases, money cases. We also have some surprises where my wife and her friend will play Escape from Tarkov for a while for you guys. So definitely check me on stream on Twitch. Just search for TB. I'm gonna put the link in the description, of course, and I will see you guys there. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching, patrons. Thank you very much for the awesome support so far. I will see you guys this afternoon on stream, or I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.